Devin Callier is likely the best high school athlete in the country. He's the son of Jamie Callier, a Hall of Fame safety who played football at Tulane in his college days, but he's not quite the same type of athlete as his dad. Devin is a 5-star high school basketball recruit at point guard, going into his senior season with offers from all the nation's premier programs. He also plays running back and safety for his high school football team, and while he's a more talented basketball player, football is his true love. His goal for his senior season of football is to put on enough of a show that he can potentially become a two-sport athlete in college. We'll see if he can show out with just a few games left in his high school career and become a top recruit in football as well as basketball. So we come out in our first play of this road to glory. We've got the blocking to the outside. Can we outrun a dude? Come on, you can outrun a linebacker. We get stopped on the one. I thought we had it. Let's punch this in. We got a pitch play and we get absolutely lit up. But a pretty solid start on offense, and defense gets the stop. Okay, we had a little bit of room to the outside. We can outrun the dude finally, and we stiff arm our way for a big game. I feel like it's time for Devin to get his first touchdown of the series. Give me the ball, Merca. Let's go. First touchdown of the series with time running down on the clock. That's a big one. So we take the lead going into the second half. We've been focusing on offense so far, but coach has got us out here on defense to start the second, and we blow up the running back in the backfield. It looks like Devin's inherited some of his dad's free safety instincts. Does Devin have potential to be a two-way player in college? Let me know what you guys think. He comes up with another big hit there. All right, so big stop. Devin's been out there for a while, but coach is going to continue leaning on him in the run game. We've got the ball on this counter that we almost scored on last time, and the blocking sets up perfect. We get tripped up again though. If we can't get away from these high school linebackers, I don't think we'll be able to get away from them in college. You know, I set Devin up as a speed back, but he's honestly turned out to be more of a power running back so far. He's been stiff arming dudes, picking up extra yards, falling forward, and his biggest strength so far has definitely been his vision. He does a good job of knowing when to bounce to the outside and when to cut it back in. We've been running a lot of time off the clock, but we need to pick up this first down. Thankfully, the blocking sets up perfectly. We got a great hold of the outside. We almost spring that for a touchdown, and we are nearing 200 yards in our first game despite being on the field for basically the entire game on offense and defense. If we can punch it into the end zone here, this game is pretty much over, and we do just that right up the middle. Let's go. Defense gets the stop, so now all we got to do is grind out the clock, pick up some more stats. Devin's up over 200 yards on the day. Let's see if we can get one more touchdown. We bounce it to the outside, hit the stiff arm, and that's going to be our nicest play of the day. We get into the end zone to cap this one off, finishing the day with 260 yards on 44 carries, as well as playing on the defensive side of the ball. A crazy performance. And after that performance, Devin earns a scholarship offer from UTEP, who's also been recruiting him in basketball, and we're starting to get some interest from other colleges here. So after a dominant performance in the last game of the regular season, we're coming into the playoffs hot, and Devin is already making an impact. He catches a pass down the sidelines and turns it into a huge game. And we got some space on the right side here. We pick up a block, and we are headed to the end zone for a dominant start to this game. We've got a chance to kind of blow this game open if we can get a touchdown here, and we run a guy over. Devin continues to show some power, and we got a fourth down here, but coach has decided to go for it. Devin's open out of the backfield once again. We continue to come up with big plays, and Devin is accounting for almost every single yard this offense is picking up right now. But we got to pick up this first down here on the power O. We got the outside again. Can we get into the end zone? Yes, we can. Let's go. Devin's showing a little bit more cleat speed in this game for sure. We continue to make the most of our opportunities to bounce it outside. We got a nice gain down the sideline there, and even though it feels like we've had a quieter game, Devin is still most definitely going to break 100 yards on the day. All right, we've just been running down the clock on these boys, but we got a third and goal. We got to punch this in here, and we're wide open out of the backfield. That's easy money. Third touchdown of the day, and this one is over. We stomp Cushing in the first round of the playoffs, and Devin has another great day. 186 yards plus 87 out of the backfield, and he is becoming one of the premier athletes in the country right now. Okay, so state quarterfinals, we were taking on 7-2 Duncan on the road, and we hit a clean juke move on the first play to pick up 12 yards. We got a 3rd and 2 here, and coach is calling my favorite play. This jet counter works wonders almost every time, and we have a ton of room to the left side. All we've got to do is beat these defensive backs, and we are going to take this one all the way into the end zone for our longest play of the season so far. And defense gets a stop right off the bat. We got a chance to do something with the return game, which we really haven't done all season. These Duncan players are definitely slower than what I'm used to, but we do get tripped up, and I am liking the looks of this stretch play here. Our blocking has been really solid, and we almost pick up the first down there. Okay, 3rd and 4. This is the first play where we haven't run the ball, and we continue to be a solid option out of the backfield on 3rd down. Now we just got to punch it into the end zone, which we will do easily on the stretch play, and that caps off the best quarter of our season so far. I want to show college coaches that Devin can handle the return game, but we have had a little bit of trouble outrunning guys in open space. We're breaking tackles, but we only get 10 yards out of that. We are absolutely dominating in this game so far. We shouldn't have too much trouble closing this one out, especially not if my blocks are going to line up like that. That's going to be an easy big game, and things are really opening up for Devin right now. He's seeing the field much better than he was just a couple games ago, And with a 42-point lead, we can safely sim this one out for an easy playoff win. This was definitely Devin's best game yet, and at this point, any college program would be happy to have him on both the basketball and football team. So state semifinals, we've got McAllister. We'll see if this is more challenging than last round, and this is setting up real nice. We started out with a solid return. Devin's speed has definitely improved in recent games. We've had a way easier time getting away from these linebackers than at the start of the season. We've got a chance to make another dominant statement to start out this game, and now it's time to go with the power game. This has been where Devin has been great at putting his head down and show how versatile he can be as a running back as we fall into the end zone there for our first touchdown of the day. For some reason in defensive road to glory, your offense is always terrible, but we don't seem to have the opposite problem playing running back, as our defense has been completely shutting teams down, and we get to the outside again here, hit a spin move. It just seems to be getting easier and easier for Devin, and we are making easy work of McAllister. For some reason these last two games, the teams have felt way slower than the other teams we faced this season. We've got an easy opening on the jet counters. That play continues to be unstoppable, and late in the second quarter here, we're already up 28-3 as our blocking continues to be insane. We cut it back inside and almost take that one all the way to the house. Devin has run for over 250 yards in the first half. This performance will make him one of the premier running back recruits in the country as we somehow get into the end zone there with the spin. And it's time for the first checkup of the series, folks. We are indeed playing on Heisman. I'm just using even sliders right now, but we honestly might have to knock those up. Playing offense is usually easy in Road to Glory, but our high school stats have been a lot more crazy than I expected as we get down the sidelines here, and I stepped out of bounds on accident. If we can score on this drive, the game is definitely over as we pick up the catch on 4th and 4. That was kind of a weird route, but it ended up working out. And coach has taken us out of the game. He does not want his star player getting hurt with a 35-point lead going into the state championship game. And we continue to smash our way through the high school playoffs as Devin puts up another 300-yard day. He's now a 5-star recruit on the football side of things. So here we are playing in the Oklahoma State championship game, and we haven't played a lot of defense, but coach has got us out here on the opening drive as Devin strings out that play for the tackle. Sand Springs is 9-0, so I assume they'll be better than the last couple of teams we played, and he's throwing it right to Devin. We almost come up with an interception in the state championship game. Devin's dad is definitely not happy to see him brickhand in that one, but we get off to a nice start with a stop on the first drive. Devin's been making headlines all across the country as a premier recruit in both high school football and basketball, but it won't be complete if he can't cap off this season with a high school state championship win. And given that he's responsible for 95% of the team's offense, a win is basically all on him. But our offensive line is doing their best to help us out. All right, we got it down in the red zone, but it's 3rd and 7. We got to pick this up real quick. And Merca's going to throw it to the other side. That'll be a touchdown to open up the scoring in this one. And coach has got us back out here on defense. I guess he just decided that we're going to play the entire game this time, but it's paying off as we blow up the running back in the backfield. If Cushing can't get anything on this drive, I don't know if they can keep up with us, and we get the stop on 3rd and long. I want to get at least one return touchdown before our high school career is over. But I'm going to hit the back juke here. We've got space. We just don't have that speed to get away from these dudes yet. The way we've been able to control the game, if we can get up by 2 or more scores, we'll be in really good shape in this one. And Sand Springs is definitely a little bit better than the last two teams we played, but we still haven't had too much trouble getting loose. As we have a huge hold on the right side there, we break a tackle, and I thought we were going to get into the end zone. 3rd and 14, we got to pick this up here. Devin's running a route out of the backfield, and there is nobody on him. You cannot lose him in coverage. Okay, so after our big score, Sand Springs does answer with a touchdown, which feels like the first touchdown we've given up in a few games. And now it's time for the jet counter. My eyes light up every time I see this play because they never get anywhere near us. We're going to take this one to the end zone for an easy one. One thing I want to do before we're done here is get an interception. Devin hasn't gotten an interception all season. Sand Springs is still just running the ball here. Sit down. And Devin hasn't seen the field a lot on defense, but it seems like whenever he does, things go pretty well for him. Our dude gets absolutely mossed. That's a huge game for them. They're going to go with the pass. They run slants, and we were all over that, but we can't quite get in there for the pick. So now this game got a little interesting, man. We only got a 1-score lead going into the 4th quarter, but it's not like they've been able to stop our offense a whole lot. So as long as we can run the clock down, we should be good. And we might be able to take this one all the way to the house. Devin comes up with a huge play right when it's looking tough in the state championship game, and he continues to clutch up. So now it's time to just crush the clock. Good thing that power running game is our specialty. Devin's throwing dudes off him down the field, and he's over 300 yards with a chance to get his 4th touchdown in the state championship game here. All right, this is it right here. 3rd and 1. Time to put our head down. That is going to cap this one off. Let's get out of here. We stomp our way through the playoffs to win the state title game, and Devin has his best performance in the final game of the season. 50 carries for 350 yards. They leaned on us heavy today. So now it comes down to the decision. Let me know where you think we should go in the comments in the next video. And remember, Devin is looking to play both football and basketball, so we're choosing a sport that would be good for both. I'll see y'all then. Have a good one. Peace.